Let's get more on this. We can speak to Arabic and international affairs expert Hamid Al-Shejni, who joins us now from Muscat. Many thanks for speaking to us, Hamid, on TRT World. Now, previous ceasefires, most recently in 2016, have fallen apart. What do you think is different this time, if at all? Are you more optimistic?
Actually, this time you got monitors on the ground, and we hope those monitors are going to be impartial and will be observing every violation and report it. And the United Nations take kind of a very major step toward any violation. If the United Nations is gonna have a blind eyes against any violation, then there's gonna be no difference between this and the previous one. And the other thing is that what you are hoping is the time that it's gonna take to have a kind of very quiet period to be building an initiative for a very long-lasting peace that will recognize the legitimate authority of the law, that will have the equality of people, and will give the right to the democratic system to take place, as well as feed the Yemenis. That's the most important issue that's in the agenda, i.e. the Yemenis are starving. And we hear all the time from all the sides that they are about to starve. I am saying here, they are starving. They are not about to starve. And major things has to be taken. And the first step is to give them their salary, to lift embargo and flood the market with the goods that's needed. Take a step toward bringing some money into the country rather than the money being fled out of the country. Those are very, very important things in order for the truce to stay for longer.
The Yemeni people have always been in the firing line here. Do you think there is a genuine desire this time between the Houthis and the Saudis and their coalitions to actually make the ceasefire work? Or do you think this is also partly to do with some of the external pressures we've seen from the US, the Khashoggi affair, and so on?
I don't think that either party are very genuine in seeking peace, because they are beneficial. By the end of the day, you got the black market that's run by the guerrillas in Sana'a. You got also what's called the legitimate outside are benefiting from the revenues and spreading it among its loyals, and nothing coming as a salary or anything of that type. So they are benefiting from the problem at the time being. The guerrilla benefiting more because they think the longer the suffering is going to continue, the international community will recognize them as a fact, rather than say it is a coup and there is a legitimate process that should be in place. So what I'm afraid in here, it is a kind of playing a game with each other, and they don't care about the Yemeni suffering. If they have been caring about the Yemeni suffering, they could have given them their salary. They have abandoned this black market. They have done a bit of humanitarian aid being delivered to the right people, but we find here that many are starving and they don't care. They are just employing politics as usual. And the other thing is they are influenced by regional as well as international regime. They are not making their own decision.
Hamid, the Houthis have withdrawn from Hodeidah, which they say is a big concession on their part. They have made a gesture there. Would you agree with that? And do you think now the next move is down to the Saudi coalition?
What I believe in here is, if they want to make a genuine peace and make a stability in Yemen, and they are serious about it, that they come out and they say, we form a party, okay, and all the militia is going to be part of the Yemeni army, and that's gonna make the other side in a corner. Nobody then is gonna align or support the what's called the alliance or the legitimate government. At the time being, the guerrillas or the Houthi, whatever they are, what they are doing at the time being, they are not recognizing the international decisions. They are not having a party. They are not representing anybody except a militia movement.
Okay, many thanks. Hamid Al-Shejni, Arabic and international affairs expert, speaking to us there from Muscat.